Hi, I'm Mac with P&P Engineering, and today we're going to show you how to install our 3rd Gen Tacoma Low Pro front winch bumper on our shop 3rd Gen Tacoma back here. The tools you're going to need are a 14mm wrencher socket and a 17mm wrencher socket to remove the factory hardware, and then you'll need a 15mm wrencher socket and a 19mm wrench and socket to reinstall the hardware that we provide with the new bumper. You will remove the factory stub crash bars from the outside of the frame, and you will reuse our through bolts in that location. You'll replace the factory crash bar stub shafts on the outer corners, which has the factory nut welded in, holding that in, with our provided through bolts, and then we'll also show you where and how you're going to cut the front bumper to fit this in. All right, now let's go get it installed in the truck. Okay, so now we're ready to install our Low Pro front bumper on the truck. We have removed the factory bumper, as you can see, the factory center section of the bumper, and the factory bumper bar behind it. We're not going to go through that. There's plenty of videos on how to do that on the rest of YouTube. We're going to show you where we cut this bumper to fit ours. Specifically wanted to show this because it is not nearly as critical as some of the other Low Pro bumpers on the market where it gets cut. There's about a 3/4 of an inch lip right here, and you literally can cut anywhere on this lip. As you can see, our initial cut on our shop truck is not the greatest, not the cleanest cut in the world, and that's acceptable because our bumper is actually going to go over this protruding section of the factory bumper. We'll hide all of that ugly cut. It won't matter at all as long as you come out to the edge, the first edge, and cut anywhere on the vertical panel there. Our bumper will cover that. So now that we've gone through how to cut the bumper, let's go ahead and get the bumper installed, which as a single piece bumper, it's as simple as pick it up, put it on the factory mounting studs that are welded, pressed into the frame, and start threading the installed hardware on there just to hold it. It's as simple as push it back all the way on the studs. You can see how our bumper goes out and around the factory plastic, so that again you don't have to worry so much about your cut. Take some of your provided hardware and get it just started on some of your studs to hold it. One on each side's typically enough just to hold the weight. Doesn't need to be torqued down just yet. Okay, now it will hold itself. Take our grade 8 hardware here through the hole that your factory little crash bumper extension was in. Start your bolt. And those are in. You can start tightening those down. And then you'll go back and tighten and add and tighten all of the rest of the washers on the factory studs. Tighten those all down, wire your winch up, and you will be done with the install. It is that simple.